Hi, beautiful souls. I send you love and joy and peace, harmony, tranquility to each of your hearts. May you keep rejoicing, expanding, healing, and seeing with truth, with your open heart, knowing that all is love and love is all there is. We are here to experience these physical bodies, but we're also here to rise in love and bring more peace to this beautiful planet. At the moment, I'm feeling so much of stepping between the worlds, so much of the feelings of transmutation and transcendence of old ways of being. This morning I received an aha moment. I was reading Sandra Walter's latest newsletter, a light letter, she calls them light letters, and I was like, oh gosh, yes, I feel that. And it was as if something just shone a big torch into my heart. And everything that we are is a result of actions and choices we have made. So sometimes when we feel like we're stuck, it's not because we're actually stuck. We're not stuck at all. It's just we've chosen paths that have created the place that we now find ourselves, and we are looking out at illusion. There are no illusions if we remove those, completely remove those, by keeping our heart truly open. Sometimes we close down our hearts. Sometimes we shrink that we are to fit into other people's conversations. We withhold our light. We shrink to complain with somebody else. We may not even be complaining with somebody else, but if we're not actually voicing it and directing the conversation into a more positive or a more empowered way of being, then we are part of that. So we are participating. Just by standing there, we are participating, because the person then goes and perpetuates the same conversation somewhere else. And lately I noticed that I have done that. I had a scan a week ago, and when I was there, I asked, oh, am I supposed to not have another scan of this part of the body? No, we've just got this. Can you double check? They double checked. No, we're just doing this part. Oh, can you double check? They double checked. No, we're just doing this part. I had them check about 4 times. And in this last week, because I had another scan yesterday, in this last week, I have complained about it to some of my dear friends. And I realise, it was really yesterday or the day before, I was like, goodness, what am I doing here? What am I doing? I'm participating in a lower frequency. I know better than this. It's like, well, how did this happen? And it's like, well, you took a lower choice point. You decided that you were going to perpetuate that. And you have got on board with also talking, listening to other people complaining. And before you know it, you're going to go down that pathway if you're not fully aware. It's like, well, goodness, that's not what I want to do. I know better than this. Did I close my heart? Well, yes, you closed your heart a bit. So, you're speaking to your higher self. Your higher self will point out areas for your love, where you need to place more love. I was like, goodness, how could that have happened? I'm really, rocking and rolling. How is that possible? It's like, well, it's possible for all of us. You have to keep your inner house tidy. And you talk about this. You must remember that keeping your inner house tidy means you must do it every single day, even if you are tired, even if you do feel like, goodness, have I got time in the day to do everything? Well, you make yourself time. You give yourself that time, and you say no to things that are not assisting your journey at that moment. You have to. You have to be really honouring your life stream. So I feel really clear today after reading Sandra's newsletter, light letter. I was like, yes, dear sister, yes, absolutely. I totally feel that. Higher choice points, higher choice points. And why is this happening? Well, so many of us are experiencing intensity, and it's all part of our mastery, our growth and our expansion. I said this so many times, you know, sometimes things do seem a little bit harder, but when you're more masterful, they're easier to move through and to overcome. So it's not that it continues like this forevermore, but it's opportunities to be very aware and to be much more in your truth and in your creator state, because when in the past we have lived and been, we have been limited in the ways that we have been and lived, and so we have only been able to create a fraction of what is possible, but we're actually able to create in extraordinary, magnificent, miraculous and magical ways. So in order to do this, we must step along the path of our mastery. We must keep choosing the higher path in each instance and following that path through to completion, to the next rebirth and to the next rebirth and the next rebirth. And these rebirths can happen in this lifetime. But what I mean by that is when you transcend something until you are on another frequency, on a higher frequency. And so you're reborn again as a new being on a higher frequency. And this feeling that you receive with this, you just continually reach for the next higher frequency, and you're not reaching for it, you're aligning with it, with the way that you live and the way that you are. And it can take a little bit of adjustment. I'm proof of that, you know, it can take a little bit of adjustment to get that frequency. But if you fall off your alignment, remember, become aware, become conscious, and then choose to, I don't participate in this lower frequency, I do not participate in this lower timeline. I rise and I become aware again, and I don't allow anyone to complain with me. And when somebody, you know, says anything that is of a lower frequency, I do not participate, and you do not add my energy to that. I'm not a willing participant in that. So bear in mind that we are in this accelerated pathway, and the acceleration is continuing. Anyone that follows Jason Estes, he actually records the acceleration of the light coming through, and you will feel it. You'll feel it in your body. You'll feel it in the fields, in your fields. So keep rising in love. Keep being a vehicle of love. Keep seeing yourself as love. Keep seeing yourself as a master, able to be anything. Choose the new creative ways of being, because you cannot keep being old ways of being if you want to rise to greet fifth dimensional consciousness and higher. If you want to rise to greet fifth dimension consciousness and higher, you have got to change. And that means you can't keep thinking the same way. You can't keep going back and forth. You have to keep your balance and your steadiness. You need to rest in 0 point for as long as possible. So whatever it is that you love to be and do, if it brings you to 0 point, do as much as that as possible, because it will help you to hold the energies. And keep trusting in your path. Woo. Thank you, walnut tree. I don't know if you saw that or if it was behind me or in front of me. Must have been in front. Oh no, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. My name is ZsaZsa. Remember, you have the power. Every single one of you has the power. Keep your heart open. Do not close it. Do not let it shrink. Keep it open. Keep it open. Keep expanding. Keep expanding. Keep feeling into your light. Keep allowing your light to shine. Don't dim your light for anyone or anything. If you like this video, share it, subscribe, comment if you feel called to do so. And my name's ZsaZsa, and I'm here in the hedgerow with Walnut Tree and Lanto Lightfoot and all our dear friends within this hedgerow. And there are many, 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 many beautiful beings here. All light, all love and joy, peace.